Hey guys, I'm going to tell you about the secret of self-improvement. I'm going to be honest, it's not really a secret, but the thing is, it's your sleep. You need to sleep enough, you need to wake up on the same time every day, and just that time you're asleep, and just the time you go to sleep and the time you wake up, those three are some of the most important things in your day, right? Because sleep, you probably know that sleep is good for you. You know more sleep is good. You know during your sleep you build muscle, your mind creates new connections, it's the time where you learn the most, where like your learning is like solidified in your mind. You know, it gives you rest, gives you energy, stuff like that, right? Someone who is 4 hours sleep deprived is more likely to crash a car than someone who's over the alcohol limit. I don't know if you knew that, but that's an interesting fact. Anyways, sleep is really important. Wake up at the same time every day and get enough sleep. And I would say wake up early in the morning, because in the morning is the best time to be productive. I made a video on this last week, I think. It just is. There's less distractions, there's just less happening, right? There's less going on, there's less noise outside, there's less people awake in your house, probably, if you live with your family. You're the freshest, as in like you've just woken up, so you have the most, free time. Because if you wake up at, let's say, 11 in the morning, then you're gonna want to, I don't know, there's not really any difference, but I just think work early in the morning, especially if you have a job or you go to school, because you can get in a good solid hour and a half, 2 hours of work before you go to school or before you go to work, and I think that's the best time rather than after, because you're really tired and you need to rest afterwards. So I would suggest get it done in the morning. Anyways, sleep is really important. It's funny the timing of this video, because my parents just went out to one of my friend's house, and I said I just shouldn't go because I have a cricket game tomorrow, and it's at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I said I should get to sleep early, so I stayed home. Obviously I squeezed in a little YouTube video, just because I didn't get to do one this morning, because it was raining and I couldn't hit the rings, but yeah, it's about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, I'll wake up at 6, so I still only get about 9 hours, which is realistically more like 7.5 hours, but it's okay. Waking up at 6, obviously, I think that's fine. I would preferably get more sleep, because when you wake up at 6, I think I've said this in one of my videos, 80% of the time you're in bed is usually the time that you are actually asleep, right? Because you don't fall asleep the second you go in bed, and you don't wake up the second that you want to wake up, right? So if you want to wake up at 6, you don't go to sleep at 10 and then get 8 hours of sleep. You go to sleep at 8, which leaves you 10 hours in bed, and then 80% of that time is in bed. Is actually asleep, so you get 8 hours of sleep like that. Obviously, I couldn't do that, so I go to sleep at 9, wake up at 6, which is 9 hours, it's okay. 9 hours in bed, so that's why I like to say 7.5 hours of sleep, but, that. But that was not the point of the video. The point of the video is knowing how good my routine was, how solid everything was, how everything was just felt so automatic, right? When you do the same things over and over, you don't have to think about it, right? There was a two months where I didn't miss a single day of meditation. Every single day, first thing in the morning, I'd meditate, then record a video, and I'm pretty sure there was a long time, probably about 2 months, where I recorded a video every day, and I recorded multiple videos most of those days. They were all in the morning, and yeah, I was just really productive, just felt really good. Even waking up in the morning wasn't difficult. But then 1 week away, waking up late, we went out of Auckland, and stayed at a place. It was a football tournament, and with all the boys, obviously you're up late, and they came back. It hasn't been as good since. So I'm trying to get back into it. I used a simple trick, just put my alarm clock instead of the desk right next to my bed. I moved it to my, instead of on the bedside table, I moved it to my desk so I can still see it from my bed, but I can't just reach it and turn it off. So I have to get out of bed to turn it off, which is really good because once I'm out of bed, I'm not going to go back to bed, right? Because I know I have to wake up and I have to do stuff this morning. So wake up and then you're off, right? So yeah, and you got to get enough sleep because when you don't get enough sleep, you feel like shit when you wake up, and feeling shit is shit. Like you don't want to you obviously you don't want to be tired in the morning, but yeah, you might be able to tell I'm kind of tired. I want to sleep, but I want to get these videos out as well. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say, but is there anything more? Give me a second to think. If you stuck around this long in the video, I love you, bro. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, and on the whole thing of if you have a job or if you go to school, that's why you should wake up early, right? If you wake up, let's say you have work, or if you have school, you start at whatever 8:39, or if you have a job, probably same 8:39, whatever. So if you wake up at 6, let's just say 6 is a reasonable number for most normal people, right? Not for most normal people. It's reasonably good, right? It's not too early. It's still reasonable to where you can get to sleep, and you don't have to sleep while it's still bright outside, right? So let's say you go to sleep at 8, and then you wake up at 9. Oh, you wake up at 6. Jesus Christ. Go to sleep at 8. Wake up at 6. In the morning, you can meditate 10 minutes. That takes you to 6. Okay, let's say, I'm just going to explain to you a little. You know what? No, this is for another video. I'll record another video about my perfect morning routine and just how you can try it. Stick around for the next one. Goodbye.